All right, what's up, YouTube? Coming at you from Morro Bay, California, Central Coast. We got 3 stacks of rock, bunch of salty air that destroys bikes. Job security for none other than Dave, your trusty, sometimes grumpy, do-it-all mechanic, bad salesman of the bike shop down here in town. Do my best as a one-man army to serve the huge variety of bike riders we've got here. We've got mountain biking over here in Montana Duro. We've got the coast route coming through. Tons of road biking all the way up to Slow up there. We've got it all. Homeless dudes, tweakers, gazillionaires, fix everything here. So COVID's bringing out all the old bikes. Figured this would be a good time to parlay my 8 years of experience running the shop down here, and I've been lurking the internet, everything else. Time to give back. So the whole point of the channel is to show you the secrets of the bike shop. We're gonna start with my shop down here. My specialty is the $50 tune-up, flat repairs, all the general maintenance stuff. I would love it in the future if I could go visit other shops in the state and do a little ride, see what makes them tick, see what they're stoked on, and learn a little secret. So there you go. I guess enough rambling, burning daylight. Let's get to the shop and fix some bikes. Alright, sick ride. We're back to the shop. Let's go in and fix some bikes. Alright, here we go. Welcome to the shop. My shop is your shop. Just hoping to become YouTube's bike shop. Some videos out to you guys out there in the world of YouTube, and you let me know. I definitely want to show you all the stuff about fixing bikes, because that's what I do all day, every day. And yeah. Alright, so you've been waiting this whole time for it. Finally, we're getting to it. The tune-up. This works on pretty much every bike out there, little bits and pieces of it. Today we've got 3 bikes. We've got just the regular bike. And let's see, we've got a road bike and a mountain bike there. Just generic city bikes all the time. That's what this tune-up's gonna be really based on. But we'll show you the other 2 bikes to give you a few little different things with the mountain bikes. I mean, every bike is different. So that being said, maybe you can get a little bits and pieces of this for your individual bike, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, whenever I got customer bikes that come in that have a seat that's too low to fit inside my stand here, we go ahead and put a little piece of tape on there. That should help you out. All right, we got our bike in our stand here. First thing we're gonna do is clean everything. So let's start with the chain and the derailleur pulleys here. So I use this Finish Line Speed Degreaser. I like this, quick and easy. So it helps for me, big ring in the front, smallest one in the back. Gets it as far away from the rim and just so you're not spraying. Give it a back pedal here. We take our dirty rag, we've got 2 rags usually, a dirty rag and a clean rag, so we'll take our dirty one for the chain, back pedal and aggressively clean it up and down, move to a clean part of the rag, and this aggressive up and down motion really helps. Maybe run through one more. All right, I like to clean the pulleys to get all the smeg off of there. Helps to use a flat screwdriver, a really small tip one. And we'll just back pedal it or go forward. We'll back pedal. This is the stuff. Get rid of all that gunk. This is the stuff that makes your drivetrain not work good. You just get right up on the pulley wheel with the tip of the screwdriver. It's a little hard on this side. As you heard there, be careful. All right, we get that in there. Always helps to have the wheel not turning. All right, we got all the schmeg off there. All right, so your chain's clean. Now we can drop the wheels and we're gonna clean the bike. Yeah, loosen the brake cable before you do the wheel on these bikes. Sometimes they're a little tight, and pop that open. Always want to be in the smallest gear here. When you're replacing the wheel, doing flat repairs or doing anything, it's a lot easier to slide it in like this. But we'll be getting to that. Okay, before we go ahead and spray the bike down to clean it, it helps to disengage all of your cables from the struts right here. And what's going to be the easiest, we're already in our hardest gear, so when you push this in, you're giving tension to the cable. Just push that in and pop this out of the slot there. We'll do that to everything. The front derailleur's in your big ring right now. Keep it in the big ring. Put your finger in there to hold it. Take your shifter and drop your shifter down, and then you can get that one out. And then turn the crank so it'll come down there. All right, this one doesn't have the brake stuff right here. Doesn't have the, most bikes have the brake housing where you can do the same thing and pull that open. We like getting the cables off the bike, makes it easier to clean, and then it's easier, we can give a little lube to the cables when we get to that step. All right, let's get our cleaner. We're just using this orange stuff. Finish Line Bike Wash, I believe. All right, we'll give the bike a good spray down here. Hitting everything, hitting each of the 2 brakes, bolt the stays. All right, it always helps to go around the tubes like this with the rag. Get it in there and clean the inside there. Through there and rub it in there. That helps clean your bottom bracket out. You can also reach in there from the side right here. That's a good way to do it. All right, let's get the front of the bike here. All right, let's clean the wheels. I found this a good way to do it. I keep track, start with the valve, give us a little spray right here, spray a little on the hub. Careful if you have disc brake hubs, don't spray it on the disc. All right, we'll do that again with our front wheel. Okay, a few more things on the wheels. I see 50% of the bikes that come in here that are complaining of a tick or anything else many bikes where this cassette is loose, so this one could use a little tightening. The torque spec on these is really high, so always do that, get that tight. So could do a whole video on air pressure on tires. I tend to like mine on the high side. On all the bikes I do tune-ups on, I usually do about 10 PSI less than the max. All right, then we've got just some general checkup on this. Hopefully in the future we can do 2 whole videos, one on like bearings and one on wheel building and wheel truing. In fact, that would be good. And a few more things on tires. We'll go through and actually do a whole flat repair video because there's a couple of key steps on that. Main thing, I guess, is to check the sidewall. I see a lot of customer tires that come in where the sidewall is crossed up and fraying and the tube's about to blow out. Inner tubes are good if they're not exposed to UV light. They're good forever. You don't really need new tubes. That's the way I understand it. I also understand it that tubes lose about 3% of air a day. All right, bike's cleaned. Time for oiling the bike. Okay, we're gonna take our Trilflow here. Put 1 little drop of Trilflow on all 8 pivots of the derailleur. This is the step that's gonna make your bike work good. All right, there's 8 steps in there, and push it in a little, get it working good. Front derailleur usually has about 8 too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much every piece that moves on a bike, you wanna drop a drop of Trilflow in there and it'll start working better again. And it's really just 1 drop of Trilflow. You don't want to go excessive on this stuff. Just 1 drop. Okay, we've got the brakes, derailleur, that. We'll do the front brake here. Give those a little turn. All right, that pretty much is our 4 parts, 2 sets of brakes, both derailleurs. Now let's do the cables. Pull the cable back. We want to get a little bit of Trilflow on the inside here of every one of these cables. So we pull it back a little, drop a few drops on there. Push it back in. Do it on the front. Pull the cable out from there, or the housing, and put a little on the cable. Put it back in. Incredibly common. We get these shifters, the Shimano shifters, inside the pulls gets all gummed up, and the shifter just won't work here when we go to. This one seems to be working okay. It feels like it could still use some love, but when the housing is off and we just have the cable, so what you can do is, where the cable port is, a lot of the times there'll be a little rubber screw back there you take out, but get your Trilflow can and just spray a bunch in there. And then with one hand here, let's just click through. All right, wheels are back on the bike. Now the next step for us is to do a bolt check. This is obviously going to be different across all bikes. The big thing I see that comes loose on every single bike is the crank bolts here. These need to be tight. And then you can use anything. I like using these to do our bolt checks with. So let's start with all of our parts. Alright, so we got the bike cleaned, Trilflowed, all parts and cables are Trilflowed, everyone's put back together. We've done our bolt check, everything's tight, we're safe, we're good. The next step is basically the adjustment of everything. Alright, well sorry I'm cutting through all those adjustments. I'm going to do a few more videos on that in the future. There's just so many different kinds of bikes. The whole adjusting step is going to be separate for every one of your bikes out there. It's going to be more individual. Adjust this brake, that brake, but I think I can break it down into a few different videos. The drivetrain one, a brake one, bearings, and wheel building and stuff. So coming soon. Give me a comment if you want to see those in the future. All right, always like pulling the bike out and just giving it one little bounce. Everything feels pretty good. Ready to ride. Let me know the videos you want to see. Maybe you want to talk more about the business, some more of the repairs, the tools. Let me know. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, leave comments for sure. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Peace out.